Guess you got what you came for. What's that? Surgery with the chainsaw.
He's got off.
Chainsaw.
He's got off.
Chainsaw.
He's got off.
I guess you got what you came for.
Hey guys, welcome back. Here we are in Fangs Out. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and we're continuing rating the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Unfortunately, we had to get out of the way the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D last time. That's garbage. I mean, it shouldn't even belong with this. Because, and I have a big problem. I actually like all the films. They're really great. I seen several people, including Grand Prix Andrew, to try to make sense of them all. And people have a lot of different thoughts on what's good and what's bad. And actually going to say this, okay, the remaining 6 films that we have, I like them all. So it's tough. They just have certain things, maybe small flaws or things that I don't like as much, and that's how I rank them. But I'm probably gonna get a lot of slack from this. But number 6 in the list is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface. Yes. Let's see what I'm gonna talk all the positives, from this film. It's the story follows. It's once again, I don't know. Once again, subscribe and go to Grumpy Andrew in all major Texas Chainsaw Massacre knowledge, because he loves the franchise and he knows much more than I do about it. But about the timing, which is kind of weird the way it goes. But this is kind of a reimagining. I don't know why. I mean, if there's only one positive thing to say about this Chainsaw Massacre 3D, is the fact that they actually continuing for the first one in a stupid way, but they tried. Okay, in here they're just not. They're just kind of rebooting it again without any good reason why. Perfectly fine, they could have, but that's a different video. Yeah, so they go away from that. A story of so this couple driving, find this hitchhiker. Very typical, basically, beginning of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Traveling through Texas, Michelle and Ryan, they go to a gas station, they meet a hitchhiker, and they made the station owner Alfredo. I love that guy. And weird things happen. Next thing you know, they're being hunted by Leatherface. I really like Leatherface here. Kane Hodder, here's a connection to Friday the 13th. It's R.A. I can't pronounce that. Mihalihov as Leatherface. However, a lot of the stunts are done by Kane Hodder, and it's frightening. One of the coolest things I can say about this film is the hype that this brought me. I mean, I remember not being able to watch this film because I was too young, and the rumors that it was going to get an X rating, and because it was the most controversial. And you guys seen the commercial? I mean, if not, Google it, go to YouTube, and search for the commercial. Were so cool with the sword in the stone type of thing, but it would be the chainsaw coming out of the water, and then Leatherface will come in and be kind of like struck by lightning, and you will hear the roar of the chainsaw going in. I mean, it's badass. The cast is badass. We have K. Hodge, we have Viggo Mortensen, yes, before he was famous as Tex. Ken Foree, oh my god, is there anything bad that Ken Foree? Ken Foree is badass here. I love Ken Foree. William Butler, Tony Hudson, Joe Unger, a stink. We and of course we had Tom Everett as Alfredo. Love Alfredo's stupid lines that he's got. It makes me laugh. It's campy, no, not too campy. Great kills, awesome gore. If you watch the unrated version, unfortunately, this suffered a huge cut in the theaters, and this is what got me. So, to sum it up, love the kills, love the gore. That it's shown in the later scene, uncut version, and I mean it's a good, serviceable, action-packed sequel. Okay, Bats. It's nothing special. It has continuity errors. In fact, it has one gigantic flaw. One of the characters is clearly killed, okay, and that's a bullshit comeback at the end. And they should have written this better. I don't know if it was because of all the cuts that happened or pressure from the studios, but that sinks it low. My problem with the film, besides that, is the fact that it kind of hints that it wants to go all out there, like of the one that I like better, of course, which is Texas, Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you where it ranks yet, but it hints with the Alfredo character, and Tink and Leatherface and all those things. It hints enough campiness that it's gonna go like weird, out there, bonkers, like really crazy type of sequel that breaks all the rules, but it doesn't do it. It also hints at brutality feel, really deep, serious type, like going back to part one and going back to the remake, but it cannot decide whether it wants to be all campy or wants to be all serious. So it's all over the map. That takes a lot down, and honestly, number 6 is where it belongs. I mean, and that's just how I feel. Sorry if I get booed, but finally, the last nail in the coffin, why this ranks all the way down here. It's the fact that the hype was just too much. I remember this being hyped out when finally gets to the theaters, and it gets cut down to a horrible mess in the theaters. It was so cut down that, I mean, it's unbearable. You have to watch the unrated version. Otherwise, it even goes way down in quality. So there you have it. I mean, I know that's not the filmmaker's fault. That's the MPAA fault. But yeah, that, just like Jason, the only thing that can defeat Leatherface is the MPAA. So yeah. So there you have it, man. So forgive me, guys. Don't kill me yet. There's a 2-for-1 video coming up with number 5 and 4. But number 6 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 Leatherface. Good film. It's a fun film. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. If you can ignore the continuity errors and the simplistic plot and yeah, the fact that a dead character comes back and saves the day at the end. Love the acting. Love the jokes. It's a good film. I watch it all the time. It's just down to number 6. That means I like this one. The other ones I like even more. Stay tuned for more.